Hi there, my name's Rademacher and I'm a failure analysis engineer with Covalent. Today I want to take a little bit of time to talk about PCB failure analysis. Here at Covalent, we have state-of-the-art equipment to handle any PCB failure you can imagine. Recently, we had a client come to us with a failing PCB, specifically the QFNs and chips on the PCB. The issue the client was having is that they were losing signal with their product to their headquarters. They had done a little bit of preliminary investigation themselves to identify that it was one of 3 QFNs, and they let the rest up to us for us to determine the root cause of that failure. Initially, when we received the product, we went ahead with electrical testing of all 3 of those suspect QFNs to determine which one was actually the suspect QFN. Once we had identified what QFN was suspect, we then proceeded to do 2D X-ray imaging of the sample to understand what defects and anomalous behavior was inside of this QFN. After performing 2D X-ray imaging, we came to the conclusion that one of the solder joints was cracking. Once we had identified the cracking solder joint, we then proceeded with mechanical cross-section of that solder joint so we could get a better look at the crack with optical imaging and scanning electron microscopy. Once we had analyzed the results, we came to the conclusion that the cracking in the solder joint was a result of expedited cooling speeds during the reflow temperature process. Once we had come to that conclusion, we put everything together in report form, delivered it to the client, and allowed them to produce new PCBs without cracking that put them back at their normal speed of day-to-day operations. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen. If you have any PCB failures and you need failure analysis services, please feel free to reach out to us through our website. We're more than happy to work with you, and we have plenty of equipment to make it happen. Thank you.